A moment guessed, then back behind the fold. Immersed of darkness round the drum rolled, which for the past time of eternity he doth himself contrive exact behold. But if in vain, down on the stubborn floor of earth and up to heaven's unopening door, you gaze today while you and are you, how then tomorrow, when you shall be you no more, waste not your hour, nor in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor and dispute. With a fruitful grape that sadden after none or bitter fruit. You know, my friends, with what a brave Corot I made a second marriage in my house. Divorced old Baron Reason from my bed, and took the daughter of my wine to spouse. For it is not so with rule and line, and up and down, by logic I define, of all that one should care to fathom, I was never deep in anything but wine. But my computations, people say, reduced the year to better reckoning, nay, it was only striking from the calendar unborn tomorrow and dead yesterday. And lately by the tavern door agape came shining through the dusk an angel shape, bearing a vessel on his shoulder, and he bid me taste of it, and 'twas the grape that can with logic absolute the two in serenity during sex confute, the sovereign alchemist that is a trice, life's laden metal into gold transmute. The mighty moment that all the misbelieving in black horde of fears and sorrows that infest the soul scatters before him with his whirlwind sword. Why be this juice the growth of God, who dare blaspheme the twisted tendril as a snare? A blessing we should use it, should we not? And if a curse, why then, who set it there? I must abjure the balm of life, I trust, scared by some Afro-reckoning tan on trust. Allured with hope of some divine drink to fill the cup when crumbled into dust. O threats of hell and hopes of paradise, one thing at least is certain, this life lies. One thing is certain and the rest is lies, the flower that once is blown forever dies. Strange is it not, that of the myriads who before us passed the door of darkness through, not one returns to tell us the road which to discover we must travel to. The revelations of devout and learned who rose before us, and as prophets burned, are all but stories which awoke from sleep they told their comrades, and to sleep returned. I sent my soul through the invisible, some letter of that afterlife to spell, and by my soul returned to me. Having but the vision of fulfilled desire, and held a shadow from the soul on fire, cast on the darkness into which ourselves so late emerged from, shall so soon empire. We are no other than a moving now of magic shallow shapes that come and go, round with the sun, illusion lantern held at midnight by the master of the show. But helpless pieces of the game he plays upon this checkered board of nights and days, hither and thither moves, and checks and slays, and one by one in the closet lays. The ball no question of eyes and nose, but here or there as strikes the player goes, and he that tossed you down into the field, he knows about it all. He knows. He knows. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on, not all your piety nor wit. So it back to cancel half a line, not all your tears wash out a word of it. And that inverted bowl they call the sky, where under crawling cooped we live and die. Lift not your hands to it for help, for it as impotently moves as you or I. With earth's first clay they did the last man knead, and there of the last harvest sowed the seed, and the first morning of creation wrote what the last dawn of reckoning shall read. Yesterday this day's madness did prepare, tomorrow's silence, triumph, or despair. Drink, for you know not when she came, nor why. Drink, for you know not why you go, not where. What from this helpless creature be repaid? Pure gold for what he lent him droop delayed. Sure for a debt he never did contract, and cannot answer. Oh, the sorry trade. O thou, who didst with pitfall and with gin beset the road I was to wander in, thou wilt not with partisan evil round enmesh, and then impute my fault a sin. that with man to baser earth does make, heaven with paradise devised the snake. For all the sin wherewith the face of man is black, and man's forgiveness give and take, as another cover of departing day, slunk hunger-stricken Ramazan away. Once more within the potter's house alone, I stood surrounded by the shapes of clay, shapes of all sorts and sizes great and small, that stood along the floor and by the wall. Some loquacious vessels were, and some literal perhaps never talked at all. Said one among them, surely not in vain, my substance of the common earth was ta'en, and to this figure moulded to be broke, or trampled back to shapeless earth again. Then said a second, ne'er a peevish boy would break the bowl from which he drank in joy, and he that with the hand a vessel made will surely not in after wrath destroy. After a momentary silence spake some vessel of a more ungainly make. They sneer at me for lading all awry. What did the hand then of the potter shake? Were some one of the loquacious lot, I think a Sufi pumpkin waxing hot. All this the pot and potter tell me then. Was the potter pray, and who the pot? Why, said another, some there are who tell of one who threatens he will toss to hell. Luscious pots he married making pish, is a good fellow, and 'twill all be well. Well, murmured one, let whoso make harmony with clay along oblivion is gone dry. But fill me with old familiar juice, then might recover by and by. So while the vessels one by one were speaking, the little moon looking in that we're all seeking, and they jogged each other, brother, brother, now for the porter's shot, not the creaking. Oh, with the grape my fading life provide, and watch the body whence the life has died, and lay me shrouded in the living light by some not Africanate garden side. That e'en my buried ashes, such a snare, or vented shall fling up in the air, at a true believer passing by that shall be overtaken unaware. Indeed, the idols I loved so long have done my credit in this world much wrong, have drowned my glory in a shallow cup, and sold my reputation for a song. Indeed, indeed, repentant before I swore, but was I sovereign when I swore? Then and then came spring, and rose in hand my threadbare danced the pieces torn, and much as wine has played the infidel, and robbed me of my robe of honor well. I wonder often what the vintners buy one half so precious as the stuff they sell. Yet, that spring should vanish with the rose, that you sweet scented manuscript should close, the nightingale that in the branches sang, wince, and wither flowers again, who knows? Would but the dessert at the fountain yield one glimpse of dimly yet indeed revealed, to which the fainting traveller might spring, as springs the trampled herbage of the field. Would but some winged angel ere too late arrest the yet unfolding roll of fate, and make the stern recorder otherwise margins of quite obliterate. All love, could you and I with him conspire to grasp the sorry sorry scene of things entire? Would not we shatter it to bits and then remold it nearer to the heart's desire? Yon rising moon that looks for us again, how oft hereafter will she wax and wane? How oft hereafter rising, looking for us through the same garden, and for one in vain? And when like her, O Saki, you shall pass among the guest stars scattered on the grass, and your joys they are and reach the spot where I made one turn down the empty glass.